Are you alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just a cop. I'm just wondering why you're filming.
You a cop?
Yeah. Why?
Who are you? Are you a cop as well?
I am, yeah.
What's your name?
I want to know what your name is first.
It don't work like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get someone out.
Come on, officer.
Stay there and I'll get a copper out and they can come and...
At first, this looked completely ordinary, just a quiet visit outside a police station. No threat, no chaos, nothing to suggest the moment would become anything more than routine. But the second authority stepped in, the tone changed fast. A simple camera became a problem. A basic question became resistance. And the tension started building around the one thing public officials should never fear: accountability. So, how does something this calm turn into a moment that leaves you questioning who really lost control? This isn't stock footage. What you're watching is real life, recorded by Auditing, Yorkshire. Every moment you see actually happened. The complete, unedited, source video is linked in the description, because transparency here isn't optional, it's a responsibility.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Auditing Yorkshire, and welcome back to another episode. I am at Javelin House Police Station in Bradford. Now, I have seen a fair few auditors come to this place. Some have had good reactions, some not so good. We're in the area. I've done the Bradford Museum, Media and Science. So I thought we'd call up to this place and see what's going on. Gonna get some drone footage, see if we can get some blues and twos. I'm not sure if the station is, I think...
A police station used to mean something simple. You knew where it was, you knew you could go there, and you knew it belonged to the public. Now even that feels uncertain.
Actually open to public, but now it gets close to public, and I imagine members of the public can still come to it on an appointment basis only. Not sure if response vehicles actually leave from here, or if it's just appointments and administration and that kind of thing. But we will find out.
That's the quiet part people don't notice. Not a dramatic closure, just access shrinking a little more each year until the public is left outside looking in.
Are you alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just a cop. I'm just wondering why you're filming.
You a cop?
Yeah. Why are you filming?
What's your name?
It's Young.
PC Young.
Yeah. Why are you filming?
Speaking of video.
Of why?
Police station.
Yeah, but why?
Why? Why not?
Because it's a bit unusual.
No, I won't say so.
It is. Do you do that a lot?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Go all over the place. Take pictures, make videos.
Alright.
Yeah, I've just been to the Science Museum.
Okay.
Who are you? Are you a cop as well?
I am, yeah.
What's your name?
I want to know what your name is first.
It don't work like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get someone out.
Come on, officer.
Stay there and I'll get a copper out and they can come and speak.
You are a cop?
I am, yeah, but we'll officially do it. 2 seconds.
And there it is, a name, a number, no theater, no attitude, proof that professionalism is usually the easiest option when someone chooses it.
Officially?
Yeah.
I thought police officers were on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I'm not suggesting you're doing it wrong. It just looks a bit weird when you're filming a police station.
Well, to be fair, you've been alright, but she
Yeah,
been a bit of a pain. She hasn't identified herself. She
Yeah,
just
I know.
ran off to get the police.
That's all I'm asking for. I'm not trying to be funny with you.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not.
Free to do whatever.
Yeah.
It just looks weird when you're going around a cop building. Like,
A police station, filming?
Yeah.
No.
You can understand why it looks a little bit weird.
2023, come on. Have you never seen anyone film a police station?
Exactly, that's why I... Do
Have you not?
Honestly, in 17 years I haven't.
Seriously? Have you worked here for 17 years?
No, I don't work at the station.
But it used to be open, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, but they've closed loads, haven't they?
Yeah, well, obviously budgets and all that, but is it open to the public still?
Same building, same moment, completely different standard. One officer understands public duty. The other treats basic accountability like a personal insult.
Or is it just appointment based only
No,
now?
it's appointment based.
Yeah, I thought it was. Is it operational as in you get police leaving on response, or is it none of that? Is it just appointments and admin and stuff like
To be
that?
fair, like I say, I don't work at this building.
So, because I know the main police station in Bradford, that's the sort of, I think, is that the main response place where they'll go out to emergencies? Do they do it here as well?
I think anyone can go to an emergency.
I was just
no matter
looking
where
for
you are.
gates, but imagine we're out the other side.
I don't like it. I don't work at this gate.
Do you not?
No.
Where do you work?
Somewhere else.
Obviously. Local? Do you work at Bradford? You don't work at Epsom White, do you?
I don't even know where that is.
Oh, that's alright then.
Do you?
No.
Calling it weird is how lawful conduct gets pushed towards suspicion without anyone having to justify it properly. Not illegal. Just made to feel unwelcome.
I've had a bunch of muppets down there.
Why? Is that where you're from?
No, I went there once and I just did exactly what I'm doing now, just recording.
Yeah.
And two PCSOs came out and accosted me and they got hands on, started pushing me about and stuff.
Yeah.
It were unbelievable. And I was going to take civil action, but my response to them just sort of like chucked that out the window, because I were quite aggressive and swearing at them and stuff because of where they were acting, whereas I should have been professional and kept me cool and been calm.
That's all it is though, isn't it?
And I'd have had a claim against them, so I kind of lost my bus ticket on that one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's how you are with people, isn't it?
yeah, well, you're all right. You're PC.
This is what officers miss when they dismiss the tone of these encounters. People don't become guarded for no reason. They learn it.
I am, yeah.
What's your name?
Why?
Because do you know?
Do you know why it is?
Do you know when
Because you're filming
when
and
a-
I have
yeah, but
family and
when
I
a member of the
finish
public
work.
asks a police
That's
officer
the
to
other
identify herself, they have to.
I am. Okay. I am a PC and I'm a Sanger
Caller number?
194.
That's fantastic. Because you do
Yeah.
know. Now I'm not
No. The
chucking
thing
this
is,
at you
no, it's
lot,
not as-
but you do know since the Wayne Couzens incident in London,
Yeah.
things have changed dramatically,
Yeah, that's
and
why
police
I showed you
officers
ID.
do. They have to, like, it's paramount now that they identify themselves. If
Can
they
you
don't,
see
they can
it's-
get in a
yeah,
lot of trouble.
Look, I think what it is, it's just a bit suspicious when someone's, well, especially around the police station, just
Yeah.
got the equipment that you've got. That's all it is, and that's what you spoke to.
After everything the public has seen, identification is not a trivial request. It is one of the few thin lines left between authority and danger.
It used to be open to the public many years
Yes,
ago.
they've closed it down.
So it's appointment based only. Is it just appointments and admin, or is it actually response station as well?
No,
So,
it's an actual police station.
so people leave on response from here as well, on blues and twos and
It's a
stuff.
fully functioning police station.
Fully functioning, so it's operational. That's fantastic. I like to get to know about, publicly funded buildings and things like that, how they're operating and kind of like, what they look like, how they're being maintained, that kind of thing. That's what I do, because obviously we all pay taxes, don't we, and it all goes in the same pot.
Absolutely.
Emergency
it
services and all that stuff. So
does. So do you film ambulance stations and fire stations as well?
not ambulance stations, no. I filmed a couple of fire stations. I got a tour at Keighley. They let me in and give me a tour.
That's the whole argument in plain English. If the public pays for it, the public can look at it. That should never sound radical.
Big deal is about it, but on TV. You guys are on TV, police interceptors, road wars, police camera action.
Yeah, totally.
And people just have a general interest in how you operate and what you do, what cars you're in, your uniforms.
That's why I funny with it. It's just
Yeah.
when someone pays a lot of attention to a police building,
Yeah.
obviously you want to make sure you're doing it for the right reasons.
Oh,
People are interested, absolutely great.
yeah,
Not everyone's interested, are they? Some people have like nefarious purposes.
exactly. But I mean, I'm overtly recording, as you can see.
Yeah.
If I wasn't, if it were anything nefarious, and I'd have a camera hidden,
You would think that, but some people are that bright. I'm not saying that it's you, but I'm talking in general.
Really?
Some people just go around and make it.
The logic always collapses in the same place. If somebody meant real harm, they wouldn't advertise themselves with a camera and a conversation.
But on the other hand, it could be sort of like
maybe say
an illusion.
You're interested in the building.
You know what I mean? They could be doing it to make it obvious that I'm recording in public, so you don't search them and you don't hold them under
Exactly.
terrorism and
Exactly.
Because they could turn around and say, well, why would I, if I were going to do this, why would I walk around and openly record? So it could be sort of like
100%
reverse psychology. Call him the bluff.
Exactly.
That's it, call him bluff.
Exactly. So hence why I just thought I'd have a chat and see what.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm always happy to speak to the police and things, and especially, you know, if they're nice and polite and
Yeah. Well, there's no need to be funny with anyone.
and,
is there? I'll
and
always
you know,
be
the
ready
professional.
to-
You've been very professional. You know, you identified yourself immediately,
Yeah.
which
Well, if I came up to you as a random member.
This is how overreach survives, not always through force, but through suggestion. Hint at powers, hint at consequences, and hope the public backs down first.
right, we're in the sky, guys. There is somebody watching me up front main door. Just whoever that is up there has been watching me. Anyway, we're going to take it up. Let's go see what we can see.
Once the view opens up, the mood changes. Less confrontation, more perspective. But, even here, the feeling stays the same. Watched, measured, kept at a distance.
Right, guys, so the drone is back on the ground. I've not had any more issues from anybody here. I've had a woman watching me front main door. That's about it, to be honest. Everyone else has been really good. Nobody came out to the drone. Obviously I had a nice conversation with them two lads. Big up to them. Big up to that first PC, because I know people have said you shouldn't big up the police because they should be doing the job anyway, but you know, the times we're living in, you know, the malpractice and things and the unprofessionalism at police, I've got to give her a big up because she's done the job properly, and that's how it should be done.
And that's the ending. No grand victory. Just a simple contrast that says everything. One officer did the job. One officer walked away from it.